Hello and welcome back. This is video number 2, and this is all about the paid traffic mindset. So this is very important because if you don't make this switch in your mind, then running Facebook ads is going to be painful, it's going to be tough, and it's really not going to make a lot of sense. In fact, this is the reason why most people just quit Facebook ads. And it wasn't until we started running tens of thousands of dollars of Facebook ads that we realized that this was very crucial. Obviously, the technical aspects are crucial as well, but this is a big piece of the puzzle. And if you can't get past this and you can't have this type of mindset, you're most likely going to say, okay, this doesn't work, and leave. And your competitor is going to come in and win. So to better understand what kind of mindset you need to be in, what I want to do right now is to give you a comparison so that you can understand the differences between different types of paid traffic. So we have Google Ads, which we're referring to where you go to google.com and you type in a search keyword term, and then you see the ad at the very top. So as you know, Google has many different types of ads. They have YouTube ads, they have Google display, banner ads. We're not talking about any of that. We're just talking about the search ads. So if you think about it, the type of person that is going to google.com, they're searching for a very specific thing. So if they're typing in scuba diving equipment, they are looking specifically for that. And with that in mind, you're able to put certain products that they want right in front of them. Now, the big difference between that and Facebook ads is that with Facebook, people are not searching for anything. They are there to socialize with their friends, their family, or their acquaintances, right? So the difference is that. Now, because of that, and because somebody is not really searching for a very specific item, you need to be aware that you really have some warming up to do, meaning they're not going to buy right away. Sometimes they'll buy right away, and sometimes it will take a few days to maybe even a week, depending on the product you're selling and where they are in the stage of buying. They could be not even aware that that product exists, or they may be aware that the product exists, but they're looking at your competitors perhaps. So that's why Facebook ads is so different. Now, bear in mind that Facebook ads is very powerful because it allows you to target people, not only males and females, ages, and different interests. And in order for somebody to get into a specific interest, they will have to have visited certain pages related to that interest. So keep in mind, Facebook is very different than Google Ads. So now that you understand kind of how things are run and that you're not going to get results right away on Facebook, depending on what you sell. That in mind, you need to have an idea of what you are selling. So when it comes to local versus online, and what I mean by that is if you are, let's say, a plumber and you're trying to get leads to your plumbing company or your accounting company or your massage therapy company. If you're local, it's a lot easier because all you have to do is simply target a specific radius, zip code, and go at it. You don't really need to do a ton of market research and all that. Now, you do need to kind of get an idea of who you're targeting, but it's a lot easier than online. Now, what do I mean by online? Because we're online now. What I mean by online is you are targeting nationwide. So let's say, for example, that you're targeting a specific niche, like scuba diving. All right, so you're going to be competing with all the hundreds or even thousands of other people out there who are making ads on that niche. Versus with local, you might be only competing with one or two or possibly even no one else, right? So that's why before you can get into Facebook ads, you have to have an idea of what your strategy is, what you're promoting, and all of that. Okay, so this is where the mindset comes in. Is when you run Facebook ads, a lot of people think that, okay, if I invest $1, I'm going to get $1 back. And you'll see a lot of Facebook ad courses advertise that. But what you don't realize is that there's a lot of testing involved before you can get to that point. All right, especially if you're doing nationwide. If you're doing local, you got it easy and you could do everything demographic research, go straight to setting up a ad campaign and target radius. It's just that easy. But for the majority of you who are probably advertising a niche or a specific area, you're going to be doing nationwide. So you could be targeting USA, you could be targeting United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, or a specific country worldwide or in a different area. And if you are doing that, you're going to have a lot of competition. All right. So a lot of people think, okay, they run an ad, they invest $100 or even $500, and they get nothing back. So if you're doing nationwide and you get to that point, then a lot of people become frustrated and they quit. So that's why I really want to dial down into the mindset of paid traffic, that you need to buy data first. So you might have heard this before, but basically, if you run an ad or several ads, then what you're really trying to do first is to buy data. What that means is you have to be willing to put $500, $1,000, or even a couple grand to buy data. And buy data means that Facebook is so big that they have so many different interests, they have so many different types of people that you need to figure out where your customers are located within Facebook. And to do that, you have to run a couple campaigns first and foremost, look at the data, see what's actually working, see who is clicking your ads. And what's nice about Facebook is they give you a really good breakdown. So you can see who's clicking your ads, what age group, the text that you're using. Let's say you're using 3 different texts and 3 different images. You can test and see which images, which text, which headline, which description, and which sales copy is getting the most clicks. So based on that data, you can then create another ad and then go out. So that's why it's very simple, but very important, because if you don't have this mindset switch, then you'll be like everybody else. You invest $500 or even $1,000. You don't get anything. You don't get any results, and you quit. And you wonder why other people are out there running ads like your competitors and getting leads. So that's simple. I'm going to leave it like that. And with that said, let's move on to the next video.